Hello everyone, Verlathor here again, reciting Creo's script. Today I want to touch on the not-so-simple topic of being good at dueling. As you can see here, mechanics are the foundation for sabering. By sabering mechanics, I mean the ability to strike while running, chain and delay swings with all sabers, execute all kinds of clashing, and do all sorts of jumps with and without strafing. Keep in mind, all of this is to be done with a standing still opponent, without factoring in movement and timing. Some mechanical skills are way more important than others, but one should know it all to avoid being surprised by something that they have never seen before. On the next level, I have put positional skill, which consists of movement, swing timing, aiming, and swing choice. Unlike mechanics, which need less than a month to learn, positional skill requires years and years of practice. In the red versus faster matchup, movement makes up the vast majority of the positional skill, with second place going to swing timing. In regards to attacking red with red, I would say that movement and swing timing are equally important and make up the vast majority of the skill. Also, aiming matters much more than in other matchups because of the clashing. As for countering red with red, here it's again all about movement because swing timing is easy to learn. Here you can see my way of breaking down movement into components. If you don't understand something, just watch my other videos. I will explain the not so obvious terms starting with distance evaluation. Once someone has swung, both duelists try to determine whether the distance is good for them and then either commit to the swing or avoid combat. By the approach timing, I mean choosing the time to close distance during a counter. Map awareness means planning your movement according to the walls and all the ups and downs of the environment. Positioning, free swing, is all about staying close, but not too close before anyone has swung. By timing the turn, I mean choosing the right time to start running straight away from the enemy before countering. Here is my breakdown of swing timing and aiming. Attacking timing, based on distance, means swinging when you are at one saber range or SR exactly from the opponent. I have put countering there as well because you can always choose not to counter at all if the distance doesn't favour you. And last, there is also swing choice, by which I mean the ability to choose the right kind of swing and the right amount of swings in a row. Moving on to the third level of the pyramid, by focus I mean patience, concentration, and just being able to relax. By strategy, I mean your playstyle. For example, someone who is trying to win will likely beat someone who holds back and uses the duel for training. Also, a passive player has an advantage over an aggressive player, just as a tactical duelist has an advantage over someone who is impatient or not used to dueling with tactics. My definition of aggressive is striking regularly and being at 1 SR during your mid-swings. Being passive means striking too rarely and or being way further away than 1 saber range during your mid-swings. By being tactical, I mean forcing your opponent to be passive. Mainly it's attacking with jumps or from a smaller distance than 1 saber range and countering from much further away than 1 saber range. Basically, the vertical axis is defined by the distance during the mid-swing, and the horizontal axis is defined by the distance at the moment of pressing attack. If you find your playstyle on the bottom left corner, it means you are trying very hard to play safe. If your playstyle belongs to the top right corner, it means you are either way better than your opponent, reckless, or training. These definitions refute 2 common misconceptions about countering, namely that running away and swinging second are both parts of a passive playstyle. Swinging second is no more effective than swinging first, and it's impossible to reliably swing second without running away for a while. Back to tactics, Jedi Academy is the only game I know where your win rate doesn't necessarily show how good you are. Passive playing and tactics can heavily reduce the influence of the positional skill and make patience the main factor for winning. However, a tactical player will still lose to anyone who is just as patient, but better positionally, and who knows how to deal with tactics. The problem with playing passively and tactically is that you stagnate your progress because your whole game plan is based around avoiding fighting and instead practicing something that can be learned overnight. Of course, everyone is encouraged to duel however they want. Just be aware of what you're doing. That's all. I want to end the video with a shout out to Verlathor and to Venom for helping me record it. Without them, these guides wouldn't be possible.